Hey everyone, this is Sam, and welcome to my gaming channel where you'll be able to find tips and tutorials on RPGs and sports games alike. So today we'll be looking at NBA 2K21 Next Gen, and have I got great news for you. We are gonna fix this game because I have found a way to make every CPU team on 2K play similar to their IRL NBA counterparts. The Giannis gameplay you're seeing here is actually executed by the computer, but the actions you're seeing is authentic. That's a Giannis and Middleton pick and roll as they do in the finals, and here's Giannis being super aggressive with a mismatch. In this video, we're going to focus on the Bucks specifically, and I'm going to show you the 20 aspects where my modded Bucks play just like the real life final Bucks based on the modifications I've made to the tendencies and everything. So please download the roster file on PS5 for yourself to test. I'll leave the file name in the later part of the video. And as you play against my modded Bucks, feel free to leave your observations in the comments to let me know what's working for you and what's working the best so I can continuously improve these. And I guarantee this will be the most authentic NBA 2K experience you can have anywhere. So the file, as name is here, is a SamFam Bucks 2021 Finals Tendo. Just type that in and you should be able to find it and download it off 2K Share PS5. And I'm going to show you all of the major changes that happens, and here's the box score from the entire game, and here's the shot chart, and you can see the minutes, the usage, and the shot allocations are very similar to what they do in real life. So right off the top, you can see how the possessions are set up, and the most unique thing about my modded Bucks is, number one, Brook Lopez will 95% never set foot in the paint. This is actually very hard to achieve for stretch centers in 2K if you don't mod the rosters. And number two, Giannis will also screen off ball like 1/4 of the time, so that's about the correct usage. But the off ball really just sets him up to space the floor. And Giannis is a great playmaker when the floor is spaced because of the modifications I've done to the roster. You can see here his decision making is fast, and Middleton will also get these side isolations much like they do in real life. Obviously this is one possession, but these are all of the things that the Bucks like to do already in real life, and they will do this every single possession in different ways. So you can see here's another possession all in the first quarter. Giannis will also seal the paint, and only he will do this on the entire team. Bench doesn't matter, bench starters, only Giannis will seal in the paint, which is much like in real life also because the paint belongs to Giannis. And you can see if he doesn't like what's going on, he'll back out. And Giannis will also on-ball screen with high IQ. So you can see initially this is a rush screen with just PJ Tucker, but it's just a setup for Giannis for the alley-oop. That's very, very deadly and sneaky. So you can see Giannis will also bring the ball up. And the entire Bucks team is very good at touch passing to the open man, so that really speeds up the gameplay and their decision making. You can see that kind of touch pass happens all the time with these Bucks, but not the computer or the 2K default ones, right? And you can see Giannis is being isolated on the side, and there will be plenty of Giannis and Middleton two-man game where one is the handler, one's the screener. And they will also be inverted where Giannis is the handler and Middleton is the screener. This is impossible to happen. That's a Giannis and Middleton pick and roll to a kick out wide open Brook Lopez corner free. That's as real as it gets. And this will never happen with the default 2K Bucks. Almost never. But it will happen all the time with these modded ones. And if you show weak points, these Bucks that I have modded will punish it. You can see Giannis there is getting into the side and he's got a Bam on him. And here comes that Middleton pick and roll again. So that's the same play, but because it worked the first time, they will run it again. And this time it hits a different result, right? Hit Middleton on the roll. That is absolutely deadly. And much like the real Bucks, Giannis is extremely aggressive with mismatches, especially in transition, because of the modifications I've made. So you can see here, as Portis grabs the rebound, Giannis is going. And there is a cross match in transition mismatch. And he just goes right at Duncan Robinson, which is exactly what he would do in real life. And another aspect from these modded Bucks that is awesome is that player rotations, the substitutions, is authentic down to the minute real life lineup rotations. Just like the one the Bucks did in the finals. Exactly down to the minute. And another part is that depending on the lineup on the floor, the modded Bucks will run a unique and effective offense that matches the lineup that is on the court. So if you run a different lineup now where Giannis is center and Bobby Portis is the power forward, this is the lineup they like to rotate to. if Brook Lopez sits, and you can see the offense they're playing now suits this lineup. There's some Bobby and Giannis action. Giannis doesn't take that easy free, flows into a Middleton on-ball screen. So Giannis just went to being a screener into a ball handler, but now Middleton is screening for him. He takes the mismatch and he goes. So that's beautiful. Correct lineup, correct offense, authentic real life 2021 finals action. So you can see here's another one. Giannis will get finals type of usage rate and strategies all game. This is only the first quarter, but you can see the usage and the strategies are very similar to the real life Bucks, and the usage rate is also right there. So you can see that Giannis is literally doing everything. Every action when Giannis is on the court involves Giannis as a screener, off-ball screener, handler, cutter, everything. Giannis non-stop. And Drew will also get his correct fair share of touches. Same thing with Middleton. So you can see once in a while there will be these true focus possessions. So the usage rate here is broken down to pretty much exactly how they did in the finals based on cleaning the glass. So like the usage rate, I try to align it as much as I can. And you can see time and time again, the offense is as close as 2K allows it to be to real life. And here is that similar action again because it worked all 2 times. They run it for a 3rd time, but the 3rd time different results. So that's beautiful play 24/7, and you can see Giannis is now on fire and it's still all him, and he's super aggressive going in there, good hesitation moves. Everything about this Giannis is just like the real life, and you can't get this from default 2K because they don't set it up correctly. Now intense transition offense is guaranteed, so that's also just like the Bucks. So please try this out for me, download the file and play against it. And the difficulty's gotta be on Hall of Fame. So make sure it's on Hall of Fame. That's how you get the most out of it. Anything less is probably not gonna be as great. But what you see here is Hall of Fame gameplay, and you can see the transition. They push extremely deadly. And this is just the first 12 minutes really. You don't have to play 12-minute quarters. I mean, you probably get the most authentic experience, but it's 12. But Hall of Fame, and then you will just see the Bucks just play really similar to how they do it, the finals version. And the single best part, Teague will also play for 2 minutes. I mean, that's as authentic as it gets. Would you get this from default 2K? Heck no. But with mine modded Bucks, you will. And also, as he plays for the 2 minutes, he's also gonna be terrible. So you can see Teague just failing the Bucks here. And that's authentic. That's as real as it gets. 2 minutes, right? That's how he played in the finals, and that's how bad he was. So here's the box score after the first quarter, and the rotations will be correct. So Giannis will be subbed off, and Middleton and Holiday too. And here's a shot chart of that first quarter, and you can see it's either freeze or paint. No mid-range, just like kind of like the Bucks. Middleton will get his first mid-range as the game comes to an end, which is just like real life. So feel free to leave requests for other teams I can mod for you all. But I test this out for me, and in the end, I was able to. I was the Miami Heat here, and I was able to win by 1 point. When I play against the Hall of Fame CPU, if it's just default 2K stuff, I usually beat the Hall of Fame CPU by 50 points. But these Bucks, after my modifications, they're extremely hard to deal with. So I was only able to win by 1. So that says a lot about them. So try this out. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know how it goes. And as always, thanks for coming by. And I'll talk to you again real soon.